Welcome back to Top Liberty Coins. Today we are exploring one of the most fascinating and mysterious subjects in the world of coin collecting, the legendary Liberty coins and the incredible story surrounding the rare 1975 Liberty coin that collectors believe could be worth an astonishing $787,976.47 in today's market. Coin collecting is not just a hobby. For many people it is a journey through history, art, and hidden treasures. Some coins sit quietly in drawers, old jars, or forgotten collections for decades before someone realizes their true value. And sometimes a small metal coin that once bought a cup of coffee becomes worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The Liberty design is one of the most iconic symbols in American coin history. For more than a century, Liberty has appeared on many different coins. The image represents freedom, independence, and the spirit of the United States. Because of this powerful symbolism, Liberty coins are loved by collectors all around the world. Many people believe that only gold coins can be extremely valuable. But that is not always true. Some copper and silver Liberty coins have sold for unbelievable prices. Their value can increase because of rarity, minting mistakes, historical importance, and collector demand. Now let us travel back in time. The story begins many decades ago when Liberty coin designs became popular in the United States. Artists carefully crafted the image of Liberty wearing a crown or flowing hair, sometimes holding a torch or shield. These designs were not just decoration. They were meant to represent the nation's strength and hope. As years passed, millions of Liberty coins were produced. Most of them entered circulation and were used in everyday life. People spent them in shops, markets, and restaurants without ever imagining they might one day become valuable collector pieces. However, in the world of coins, tiny differences can change everything. Sometimes during the minting process something unusual happens. A die may be misaligned, a design may be slightly altered, or a limited number of coins may be produced before a change is made. These small details can turn an ordinary coin into a rare treasure. This brings us to the mysterious and highly discussed 1975 Liberty coin. Many collectors search for coins from the 1970s because this decade produced several interesting minting variations. The 1975 Liberty coin has attracted attention because certain rare versions appear to have unusual characteristics that separate them from common coins. Some collectors report that specific 1975 Liberty coins have unique strike qualities, unusual surface textures, or extremely limited mint quantities. When collectors discover coins like these, excitement spreads quickly throughout the numismatic community. Why does rarity matter so much? In coin collecting, rarity combined with condition creates value. If only a small number of coins exist and one of them is preserved in excellent condition, collectors may compete fiercely to obtain it. Auctions can drive the price higher and higher. Over the years, rare Liberty coins have broken many records at auctions. Wealthy collectors and museums often compete for the finest examples. When bidding wars begin, prices can climb to extraordinary levels. Experts estimate that an extremely rare Liberty coin from this era, depending on its exact variety, condition, and certification, could potentially reach values approaching $787,976.47 or even more in specialized auctions. Imagine finding a coin like that in an old coin box or inherited collection. It has happened before. Throughout history, many valuable coins have been discovered accidentally. A family cleaning their attic finds an old coin album. A collector checks pocket change and notices something unusual. A rare coin hidden for decades suddenly enters the spotlight. When collectors evaluate a Liberty coin, they look at several important factors. First is the condition of the coin. Coins that remain shiny and detailed with minimal wear are far more valuable than heavily used ones. Second is the mint mark. Small letters on the coin indicate where it was produced. Certain mint locations sometimes produce smaller quantities, making those coins rarer. Third is the strike quality. Coins struck with sharp details and strong impressions are often more desirable. Fourth is historical context. Coins connected to important moments or unusual minting stories attract collectors because they represent a piece of history. The Liberty design itself adds even more appeal. The graceful portrait of Liberty has become one of the most beloved images in coin art. Many collectors consider Liberty coins miniature sculptures made of metal, when a rare Liberty coin appears at auction, experts carefully examine it under magnification. They study the edges, lettering, date, and metal composition. Professional grading companies may then assign the coin a certified grade that confirms its authenticity and condition. Once certified, the coin becomes far more attractive to serious buyers. Auctions featuring rare Liberty coins often draw international attention from collectors across the world. Some collectors focus only on Liberty coins. They spend years building collections that include different dates, mint marks, and varieties. For them, finding a rare year like 1975 can feel like discovering a hidden treasure. The global coin market has grown dramatically in recent years. Online auctions and collector communities allow people from different countries to compete for rare coins instantly. Because of this worldwide demand, prices for rare coins continue to rise. Even beginner collectors are now searching through old coins hoping to discover something special. Stories of coins worth hundreds of thousands of dollars inspire people to look more closely at the change in their pockets, but remember, not every old coin is valuable. The true treasures are the rare varieties with special characteristics. That is why research and careful inspection are important for any collector. Some experts recommend using magnifying glasses, digital microscopes, and coin catalogs to identify rare features. Learning about minting history and design variations can help collectors recognize valuable coins. The thrill of discovery is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Imagine the moment when someone realizes that a small coin they have owned for years might actually be worth nearly $787,976.47. That moment of surprise and excitement is what keeps collectors searching. The story of Liberty coins continues to grow as new discoveries appear. Each year collectors uncover rare varieties, forgotten collections, and historic coins that were hidden for decades. Whether you are an experienced numismatist or someone just starting to explore coin collecting, Liberty coins offer a fascinating window into history, art, and hidden wealth. So the next time you see an old coin, do not ignore it. Look carefully at the date, the design, and the details. That small piece of metal might hold a remarkable story, and who knows, you might one day discover a rare Liberty coin that changes everything. That if you enjoy learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and incredible coin values, make sure you stay connected with coins because we will continue exploring the most valuable and mysterious coins ever discovered. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of coin collecting. A small piece of metal that many people have ignored for years. A coin that might be sitting quietly in an old drawer, a forgotten jar, or even inside a pocket change box. Yet collectors around the world are searching for it every day. We are talking about the famous 1977 Liberty coin and why some collectors believe certain examples could reach extraordinary values. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance. It may appear like just another piece of currency from decades ago. But when you look closer, the design, the mint mark, and the historical context begin to tell a story. A story connected to American history, coin minting technology, and the passionate community of collectors who dedicate their lives to finding rare pieces. The year 1977 was a time of change and development in the United States. The country had recently celebrated the bicentennial in 1976, and the nation was still filled with patriotic pride. Coin production was high because the economy required millions of coins for daily circulation. The D-Mint mark represents the Denver Mint, one of the major United States minting facilities responsible for producing large quantities of coins. Many collectors pay attention to the mint marks because they indicate where the coin was produced. Denver, Philadelphia, and San Francisco each have unique histories and sometimes produce coins with slight differences. These differences can turn an ordinary coin into a collectible treasure. When people talk about a Liberty coin from 1977, they are usually referring to coins that feature the iconic Liberty design used across several denominations in American coinage history. Liberty represents freedom, independence, and national identity. For over a century, Liberty has appeared on many coins, including dollars, half dollars, and other denominations. Collectors love Liberty coins because of their artistic beauty. The flowing hair, the confident pose, the symbolic representation of freedom. These designs were created by talented engravers who worked for the United States Mint and dedicated their careers to producing coins that were both functional and beautiful. Now let us focus on the 1977 D coin itself. Millions of coins were produced that year at the Denver Mint. Because of this large production number, most examples are still common today. However, the condition of a coin plays a massive role in its value. A coin that circulated for years might show scratches, wear, and fading details. These coins are usually worth only their face value. But a coin that remained protected for decades, never entering circulation, can be extremely valuable to collectors. Professional grading services evaluate coins using a detailed scale. The highest grades are extremely rare. A coin graded in near-perfect condition can sell for dramatically higher prices than a normal circulated coin. Collectors search for sharp details in the design. They examine the lettering, the edges, and the mint mark. Even tiny differences in the metal surface can affect value. Some coins have unusual minting errors, and these errors can transform a common coin into a rare collectible. Mint errors are one of the most exciting discoveries in the world of coin collecting. Sometimes a coin is struck slightly off-center. Sometimes the die used to create the design has a crack or a small defect. Occasionally a coin might be double-struck, creating overlapping designs. These mistakes were never meant to happen. Yet they are exactly what collectors hope to find. A rare mint error can make a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the rarity and demand. The 1977 D Liberty coin has attracted attention because some collectors believe certain rare examples exist with unusual characteristics. Over time, stories have circulated in collector communities about coins that sold for very high prices at auctions. In rare cases, a coin that appears ordinary can turn out to be a hidden treasure. This is why collectors carefully check every coin they find. They use magnifying glasses and special lighting to examine details that might not be visible to the naked eye. The history of Liberty on American coins goes back much further than 1977. Liberty first appeared on early United States coins in the late 1700s. Artists and engravers experimented with different designs over the decades. Some versions showed Liberty with flowing hair. Others presented Liberty wearing a crown or holding symbolic objects. These designs reflected the artistic trends of each era. They also represented the evolving identity of the United States. As the country grew and changed, the image of Liberty continued to appear on new coins. By the 20th century, Liberty had already become a powerful national symbol. People recognized the image immediately. When coins entered circulation, they carried that symbol across the entire country. The Denver Mint played an important role in distributing coins to western states. Established in the early 20th century, the Denver facility produced billions of coins for circulation. The small letter D appearing on coins indicates that they were minted there. For collectors, mint marks can be extremely important. Sometimes one mint produces far fewer coins than another mint in the same year. When this happens, the lower mintage coins become more desirable. Even when production numbers are high, certain coins survive in much better condition than others. Coins that were stored in original mint sets or protected collections can remain almost perfect for decades. The idea that a coin could be worth a huge amount of money is one of the reasons people become fascinated with coin collecting. Imagine discovering a rare coin while sorting through old family belongings. Perhaps it was saved by a relative many years ago without realizing its potential value. Stories like this happen occasionally. Someone finds a coin in a box of old items and later learns that collectors are willing to pay a large amount for it. These discoveries inspire more people to examine their coins carefully. When evaluating a 1977 D Liberty coin, collectors usually start by checking the mint mark. The small d near the date indicates the Denver Mint. Then they inspect the overall condition of the coin. Sharp lines, clear lettering, and minimal wear increase the value. Next they search for unusual details. A doubled design, an off-center strike, or an unexpected pattern could indicate a rare mint error. Professional coin grading companies sometimes confirm these features and assign a grade. The higher the grade, the more attractive the coin becomes to collectors. Auction houses sometimes list rare coins and collectors from around the world compete to purchase them. In these moments the price can rise dramatically. while most 1977 D coins are common, the excitement of searching for rare variations keeps collectors interested. Each coin has the potential to reveal something unexpected. Coin collecting is not only about money. It is also about history. Every coin represents a moment in time. The metal, the design, and the mint mark all tell a story about the year it was created. Holding a coin from 1977 is like holding a small piece of history. That coin traveled through stores, banks, and people's hands for decades. It witnessed countless everyday transactions. Today collectors preserve these coins so future generations can study them and appreciate their historical significance. Museums and private collections around the world display coins that reveal the evolution of art, technology, and culture. The Liberty design continues to inspire admiration among collectors and historians. It represents ideals that have been part of American identity for centuries. Many people begin coin collecting as a simple hobby. They start by saving unusual coins they find in change. Over time they learn more about mint marks, grading systems, and rare varieties. Some collectors specialize in specific years or mint locations. Others focus on Liberty designs or historical periods. The possibilities are endless. The thrill of discovery is what keeps the hobby exciting. A single coin can change everything. A coin that once seemed ordinary may turn out to be extremely rare. This is why experts always recommend examining coins carefully before spending them. Even modern coins sometimes contain valuable errors. Collectors around the world continue searching for rare examples from every year including 1977. Each discovery adds another chapter to the fascinating story of coin collecting. If you enjoyed learning about the 1977 D Liberty coin and the world of rare coins, make sure you stay connected with the channel Coins. There are thousands of incredible stories hidden in everyday pocket change, and you never know when the next discovery might appear. Somewhere out there a forgotten coin might still be waiting to be found. A coin with history, mystery, and maybe even surprising value. And the next person to discover it could be you. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating and talked about coins among collectors and treasure hunters around the world. Many people overlook small coins every day, but sometimes a tiny piece of metal can hold an incredible story and even an unbelievable value. Imagine holding a simple penny that could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is exactly why coin collecting is so exciting. Every coin carries history, mystery, and sometimes a hidden fortune. Today we are exploring the famous top Liberty coin connected with the 1982 D Lincoln cent. At first glance it may look like an ordinary penny that you might find in your pocket change. However, some rare variations of this coin have become extremely valuable in the collector market. Some collectors believe certain rare examples could reach extraordinary prices depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. Before we talk about the value, let us first understand the design and history behind this coin. The penny we are discussing belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series. This coin series first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of one of the most respected presidents in American history, Abraham Lincoln. It was the first regular circulating U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person. The obverse side of the coin shows the calm and thoughtful profile of Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above his head appears the word Liberty, which is why many collectors refer to certain varieties as top Liberty coins when the word Liberty appears clearly above the portrait area. On the right side of the coin you will see the date, and below the date for some coins you will find a mint mark. The mint mark tells us where the coin was produced. The coin we are focusing on today carries the letter D, which means it was minted at the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint has produced billions of coins for circulation over many decades. In 1982 the mint produced a massive number of pennies because the United States still relied heavily on the 1-cent coin in everyday transactions, but 1982 was not an ordinary year for pennies. In fact, it became one of the most complicated and interesting years in penny history. During that year the United States Mint made a major change to the composition of the penny. Before 1982 most pennies were made primarily of copper. However, the price of copper was rising, and producing copper pennies became expensive. To solve this problem the mint decided to switch to a zinc-based composition with a thin copper coating. because of this change, the year 1982 ended up having multiple different varieties. Some pennies were made of copper and some were made of zinc. There were also differences in the size of the date on the coin. Some coins have a large date while others have a small date. When you combine the mint location, metal composition, and date style, the result is several different varieties from the same year. This is where things become exciting for collectors. Certain rare combinations are extremely difficult to find. Among them, the 1982 D small date copper penny has gained legendary status among coin hunters. For many years collectors searched for this specific coin because it was believed that it might not exist or that only a very small number were produced. Imagine the thrill when collectors started discovering examples that appeared to match this rare combination. A penny that most people would ignore suddenly became the center of intense attention. Collectors began carefully weighing pennies from 1982, checking mint marks, and studying the shape of the numbers in the date. A standard copper penny from before the change weighs about 3.11 grams. The newer zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams. This tiny difference in weight is one of the key ways collectors identify rare variations. People around the world began searching jars of old coins, bank rolls, and pocket change hoping to discover one of these rare pennies. Now let us talk about the potential value that makes headlines and captures the imagination of collectors. While most 1982 pennies are worth only a few cents, rare varieties in exceptional condition can sell for hundreds, thousands, or even far more at auction. The value depends heavily on the condition of the coin, which collectors call the grade. Coins that have never circulated and still display their original shine are known as mint state coins. These are the coins collectors dream of finding. The better the condition, the higher the value. Professional grading services carefully examine coins and assign them a grade that helps determine their market price. When a rare coin appears in nearly perfect condition, collectors compete fiercely to add it to their collections. Auctions can become intense, with bidders from around the world participating. This is why some coins that originally had a face value of just 1 cent can eventually sell for extraordinary amounts. Stories of rare pennies selling for massive prices often inspire new collectors to start searching through their spare change. Some collectors claim that certain rare examples could reach values in the hundreds of thousands depending on rarity and historical significance. Even if a coin does not reach those extreme prices, many rare pennies still sell for impressive amounts that surprise people. Beyond the value, every coin carries a story about the time in which it was produced. The early 1980s were a period of economic change, and the decision to alter the metal composition of the penny reflected rising material costs and changing technology. Holding a 1982 penny is like holding a small piece of that economic history. Coin collecting is also about patience and attention to detail. Many valuable coins have been discovered by ordinary people who simply took the time to look closely at the coins passing through their hands. A magnifying glass, a digital scale, and a bit of knowledge can turn everyday change into a fascinating treasure hunt. When examining a 1982 D penny, collectors carefully study the shape of the numbers and the date. The small date variety has distinctive characteristics, including the way the number 2 curves and how the 8 appears slightly more delicate compared to the large date version. These small details are the clues that help identify a potentially valuable coin. Another important factor is the coin's condition. Scratches, wear, and discoloration can reduce value significantly. Coins that were stored carefully or preserved in mint rolls often remain in much better condition. Finding a rare variety in pristine condition is the dream scenario for any collector. Many experienced collectors recommend storing coins in protective holders to prevent damage from moisture, fingerprints, or environmental exposure. Proper storage helps preserve the coin's condition and maintain its value over time. The excitement surrounding rare pennies continues to grow as more people learn about these hidden treasures. Online marketplaces, auctions, and collector communities share discoveries and discuss rare finds. Each new discovery adds another chapter to the story of these fascinating coins. For beginners interested in coin collecting, starting with pennies can be a great introduction. They are affordable, widely available, and full of interesting varieties. Over time, collectors develop the skills needed to identify rare features and understand the market value of different coins. even if you never find an extremely rare penny, the journey of collecting coins can be incredibly rewarding. It connects you with history, art, economics, and the thrill of discovery. Every coin you examine has traveled through countless hands and witnessed moments of everyday life. So next time you receive change from a store or find an old jar of coins at home, take a closer look. You might discover something far more interesting than you expected. That small copper coin could hold a story worth telling, or perhaps even a value that surprises you. The world of coins is full of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. The famous 1982 D penny reminds us that even the smallest coin can become legendary in the eyes of collectors. Knowledge, curiosity, and patience are the keys to uncovering these remarkable pieces of history. If you enjoy learning about rare coins and hidden treasures, make sure to stay connected with the channel Coins, where we explore fascinating stories from the world of numismatics and reveal coins that might be hiding incredible value in plain sight. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious pieces in the world of American coin collecting. The legendary Top Liberty coin. A coin that has captured the imagination of collectors, historians, treasure hunters, and investors for decades. Some examples of this coin have reached astonishing values, with rare pieces estimated around $787,976.44. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $800,000 for a single coin. Imagine holding a small piece of metal in your hand that could be worth more than a luxury car, more than a house in many places, and sometimes even more than a lifetime of savings. That is the incredible power of rare coins. They are not just money. They are history, art, and hidden treasure all combined in a small circular masterpiece. The story of the Liberty coin begins with the early design philosophy of the United States Mint. Liberty was chosen as a symbol of freedom, hope, and the ideals of a young nation. On many coins, Liberty appears wearing a crown, a cap, or flowing hair, representing independence and strength. These designs were not just decoration. They carried a message to the world that the United States valued liberty above all else. Over time, many different Liberty coin designs were created. Each one had its own unique features, mint years, and rare variations. Some of these coins were produced in very small numbers, while others became rare because of errors, limited survival, or historical circumstances. Among collectors, the phrase Top Liberty coin often refers to some of the most valuable and desirable Liberty-themed coins ever produced. These coins attract intense attention at auctions. Wealthy collectors and museums compete to own them. When one appears for sale, the entire coin collecting world starts watching. One reason these coins can reach such incredible values is rarity. When only a few examples exist, the demand grows rapidly. Collectors are always searching for the finest known specimen. Condition also plays a huge role. A coin preserved in near-perfect condition can be worth many times more than the same coin with wear. Another factor that increases value is historical importance. Liberty coins represent different eras of American history. They connect us to the time when the nation was growing, facing challenges, and establishing its identity. When collectors purchase a rare Liberty coin, they are not just buying metal. They are buying a piece of history. Let us talk about the fascinating market around these coins. The coin market moves in cycles. Some years prices rise dramatically. Other years they remain stable. But the most exceptional coins tend to increase in value over the long term. Investors who understand rare coins often treat them like fine art or rare paintings. In the 1980s, the coin collecting market experienced a significant wave of interest. The year 1986 became an important time in modern coin history. During this period, many collectors began seriously studying older Liberty designs again. Auctions started setting new records. Rare Liberty coins that once sold for a few $1,000s suddenly reached tens of thousands. Collectors realized something important. The supply of these coins would never increase. No one can go back in time and mint more 19th-century Liberty coins. The number that survives today is the final number. And every year some coins disappear into permanent collections where they may not appear again for decades. As interest grew, professional grading services began carefully examining coins to determine their authenticity and condition. This process helped stabilize the market. Buyers gained confidence because they knew the coins had been verified by experts. A coin graded in high condition could sell for astonishing amounts. Today the rare coin market is global. Collectors from the United States, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia compete for the same rare pieces. Online auctions allow collectors from every corner of the world to participate. When a top Liberty coin appears, the bidding can become intense. Some Liberty coins have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Others have crossed the $1 million mark depending on rarity and condition. These sales create headlines in the collecting community and inspire new collectors to begin searching for hidden treasures. You might be wondering how a coin becomes so valuable. The answer is a combination of rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance. A coin that checks all four of these boxes becomes a legend among collectors. Design also plays a major role. The Liberty image itself is considered one of the most beautiful symbols ever placed on American coins. Artists spent years perfecting the details. The flowing hair, the crown, the stars around the edge, and the majestic lettering all create a sense of elegance and pride. Collectors often spend years studying the small details of these coins. Tiny differences in date position, mint marks, or design variations can make one coin far more valuable than another. What appears ordinary to a casual observer can be extremely rare to a trained numismatist. Some collectors travel across the country attending coin shows and auctions. They carry magnifying lenses, study reference books, and carefully inspect coins under bright lights. The excitement of discovering a rare Liberty coin is something they never forget. The current market for high-level Liberty coins remains strong. Wealthy collectors see them as both historical treasures and investment assets. Unlike many modern collectibles, rare coins have a long track record of value appreciation. Another interesting aspect of the Liberty coin story is how many were melted over time. In earlier decades, when silver and gold prices changed, large numbers of coins were melted for their metal value. This reduced the surviving population and made the remaining coins even rarer. Because of this, some coins that were once common became extremely scarce. When collectors discovered how few examples remained, prices began to rise dramatically. Authentication is also extremely important in the rare coin world. Experts carefully analyze weight, diameter, metal composition, and microscopic design details. This ensures that collectors are purchasing genuine historical pieces rather than imitations. The thrill of coin collecting often begins with curiosity. Someone finds an old coin in a drawer, a jar, or a family collection. They begin researching its history and value. Sometimes they discover something extraordinary. Stories exist of collectors finding coins worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in unexpected places. Estate sales, old safes, antique shops, and inherited collections have all produced amazing discoveries. For many collectors, the Liberty coin represents the ultimate goal. It combines beauty, rarity, and history in one object. Owning such a coin is considered a major achievement in the numismatic world. Some collectors keep their coins in special climate-controlled safes. Others loan them to museums or display them at major coin exhibitions. These coins are treated like priceless works of art. The estimated market value around $787,976.44 shows how powerful the rare coin market can be. When collectors compete for the finest example, the final price can reach astonishing levels. The story of Liberty coins continues to evolve as new discoveries are made and old collections come back into the market. Each time a rare example appears at auction, it reminds the world how valuable these small pieces of history can be. For anyone interested in coin collecting, Liberty coins offer a perfect starting point for learning about American history, art, and economics. Every coin has a story. Every scratch, every detail, every year carries a piece of the past, and who knows? Somewhere out there, another rare Liberty coin may still be waiting to be discovered. Hidden in an old collection. Sitting quietly in a forgotten box. Waiting for someone curious enough to recognize its true value. That is the magic of coin collecting. Treasure can appear in the smallest places. And sometimes a simple coin can change everything. If you enjoy discovering the hidden world of rare coins, make sure to subscribe to the channel Coins and continue exploring the incredible stories behind the most valuable coins ever created. The next coin we explore might be even more surprising than this one. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating topics in the world of coin collecting. Many people carry coins in their pockets every day without realizing that some of them could be worth a surprising amount of money. Imagine holding a small coin that looks ordinary but could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is exactly why collectors and treasure hunters around the world carefully examine every coin they find. Today we are talking about the famous 1992 Liberty coin, a coin that has attracted a lot of attention among collectors and people searching for rare treasures. Coins are more than just money. They are small pieces of history. Every coin tells a story about the country that created it, the time period in which it was minted, and the people who used it in everyday life. The Liberty design has been one of the most iconic symbols in American coinage. For generations, Liberty has represented freedom, hope, and the spirit of a nation. Because of this powerful symbolism, Liberty coins have always attracted collectors. When we talk about the 1992 D coin, the letter D on the coin represents the Denver Mint. The United States has several mints where coins are produced, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint places its own small mark on coins so collectors can identify where the coin was made. The Denver Mint mark appears as the letter D and is usually located near the date on the coin. In 1992 millions of coins were produced for everyday circulation. Most of these coins were used for normal transactions and today they are still worth their face value. However, sometimes during the minting process small variations or rare features appear on certain coins. These rare variations can turn a simple coin into something extremely valuable for collectors. The Liberty design itself has a long history. For more than a century the image of Liberty has appeared on many American coins including cents, nickels, dimes, quarters, and silver dollars. The figure of Liberty often appears wearing a crown or holding a torch, representing enlightenment and freedom. These designs were created by talented artists who wanted to show the ideals of the nation through coinage. Collectors pay close attention to details such as mint marks, design variations, metal composition, and the condition of the coin. A coin that is in perfect condition can be worth many times more than the same coin that has been heavily used. This is why collectors store their coins in special holders to protect them from scratches, moisture, and damage. Now let's talk about value. In the coin collecting world, value is determined by rarity, demand, and condition. If a coin is rare and collectors want it, the price can rise dramatically. Some rare coins have sold for millions of dollars at auctions. Stories like these inspire people everywhere to check their coin jars and old collections. The 1992 D coin has gained attention because certain varieties and high-grade examples can sell for significant amounts. While most of them are common, a few special examples have become very desirable among collectors. These rare pieces can appear in old coin collections, bank rolls, or even pocket change if someone is lucky. Professional coin grading companies examine coins carefully and assign them grades based on their condition. These grades range from very worn coins to perfect mint state coins that look almost brand new. When a coin receives a high grade, collectors are often willing to pay much more for it. Many collectors enjoy searching through rolls of coins from banks. This hobby is known as coin roll hunting. People buy rolls of coins, search through them for rare dates or varieties, and then return the common coins back to the bank. Sometimes this simple hobby leads to exciting discoveries. The thrill of coin collecting comes from the possibility that a rare treasure could be hiding in plain sight. A coin that once bought a small item in a store could later become a valuable collectible worth far more than its original value. Historical significance also plays an important role. Coins capture the culture and history of the time they were produced. By studying coins, collectors can learn about economic changes, artistic styles, and technological advancements in minting. Many beginners start coin collecting by saving interesting coins they find in circulation. Over time they learn to identify mint marks, rare dates, and design differences. As their knowledge grows, their collections become more meaningful and valuable. One of the best things about coin collecting is that anyone can start. You do not need expensive equipment or a large budget. Sometimes the most exciting discovery happens in an old jar of coins at home or inside a forgotten drawer. Experts recommend looking closely at coins under good lighting and sometimes using a magnifying glass. Small details that are not visible to the naked eye can reveal important clues about a coin's rarity. Another important factor is preservation. Coins should never be cleaned with chemicals or rough materials. Cleaning can damage the surface and significantly reduce the coin's value. Collectors prefer coins with their original natural appearance. Auctions around the world continue to show the strong demand for rare coins. Collectors, historians, and investors all participate in these auctions hoping to acquire special pieces for their collections. The story of coins like the 1992 Liberty coin reminds us that even everyday objects can hold hidden value. What seems ordinary today might become a sought-after collectible in the future. So the next time you receive change at a store or open an old coin jar, take a moment to look closely at the coins. You never know what you might find. A small coin could hold a big story and maybe even surprising value. If you enjoy learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and fascinating history behind everyday money, make sure to stay connected with the channel Coins. Here we explore the world of coin collecting, rare discoveries, and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket right now. Keep searching, keep learning, and who knows? Your next coin could be the discovery that every collector dreams about. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating topics for collectors and treasure hunters around the world. Many people carry coins in their pockets every day without realizing that some of those small pieces of metal could actually be worth an incredible amount of money. Imagine holding a simple coin and discovering that it might be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is exactly why collectors are always searching through old coins, jars, and collections. One coin that has created curiosity and excitement among collectors is the 1997 Liberty coin. At first glance it may look like an ordinary coin that has been used in everyday circulation. Millions of people have handled coins like this while buying groceries, paying for fuel, or receiving change from a shop. But sometimes a specific mint mark, a rare error, or a special condition can turn a simple coin into something extremely valuable. Before we talk about the possible value of the 1997 Liberty coin, it is important to understand what the letter D means. In the United States coin system, a small letter on a coin shows where the coin was produced. The letter D represents the famous Denver Mint, which is one of the major coin-producing facilities in the United States. This mint has produced billions of coins over the decades, but sometimes small variations or limited numbers make certain coins far more interesting to collectors. The design of Liberty coins has always been closely connected to the history and identity of the United States. The image of liberty represents freedom, independence, and the spirit of the nation. Over many decades, different Liberty designs have appeared on various coins including pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and even larger denomination coins. These designs often feature elegant portraits, symbolic imagery, and inscriptions that celebrate American heritage. When collectors talk about the value of a coin like the 1997 Liberty coin, several factors immediately become important. The first and most important factor is condition. Coins are graded on a scale that measures how well preserved they are. A coin that has never been circulated and still looks almost exactly the way it did when it left the mint can be worth far more than a coin that has been heavily used. Even small scratches, discoloration, or wear can reduce the value dramatically. Another important factor is rarity. Even if millions of coins were originally produced, only a small number might survive today in perfect condition. Sometimes certain coins were produced with minting errors. These errors can include double strikes, off-center designs, unusual die cracks, or missing details. Coin collectors often search for these errors because they can make a coin extremely rare. The 1997 Liberty coin became a topic of discussion in some collector circles because of rare examples that appear with unique characteristics. Some reports claim that certain versions with minting anomalies or extremely high-grade conditions have been valued by enthusiastic collectors at astonishing numbers, sometimes quoted around $787,976.42. While such figures represent exceptional cases and require professional verification, they show how exciting the world of coin collecting can be. The history of Liberty-themed coins goes back more than a century. Early American coins frequently featured Lady Liberty as the central symbol. Sculptors and engravers created beautiful artistic representations showing Liberty wearing crowns, flowing hair, or symbolic caps representing freedom. These images were meant to reflect the ideals of democracy and independence that shaped the nation. Over time the designs evolved. Different artists introduced new interpretations while maintaining the core concept of liberty. These changes created many collectible series that enthusiasts study carefully. Each year, mint mark and design variation becomes part of a detailed historical puzzle that collectors enjoy exploring. For someone new to coin collecting, the idea that a coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars may sound unbelievable. But history has proven again and again that rare coins can sell for enormous prices at auctions. Collectors and investors compete for the finest examples because these coins represent both history and rarity. If you happen to find a 1997 Liberty coin, the first step is to examine it carefully. Look at the mint mark under good lighting. Check for unusual details such as doubling in the letters, misalignment in the design, or other irregularities. These small details can sometimes transform a common coin into a collectible one. Professional grading services also play a huge role in determining value. These organizations examine coins under magnification and assign a grade that reflects their condition and authenticity. A high-grade coin can dramatically increase in value compared to an average circulated example. Another reason collectors are fascinated by coins like the 1997 Liberty is the thrill of discovery. Every coin jar, old drawer, or inherited collection could potentially hide something extraordinary. Stories circulate among collectors about people who found rare coins in pocket change or family collections. Coin collecting is not only about money. It is also about history, art, and the connection between generations. Every coin tells a story about the time it was created, the people who designed it, and the society that used it in everyday life. Holding a coin from decades ago can feel like touching a small piece of history. For viewers of the channel Coins, the excitement lies in learning how to identify these hidden treasures. Understanding mint marks, design details, and grading standards helps collectors make smarter decisions when they search through coins. Knowledge is the most valuable tool in the world of numismatics. Some collectors focus on complete series, trying to gather every year and mint mark. Others search specifically for error coins or rare high-grade examples. No matter the approach, patience and careful observation are essential. The 1997 Liberty coin continues to spark curiosity because of the story surrounding its potential value. While not every coin from that year will be rare, the possibility of discovering an exceptional example keeps collectors interested. That excitement is what makes coin collecting such a rewarding hobby. If you enjoy learning about rare coins, hidden values, and fascinating coin history, this channel Coins will continue bringing you deep explorations of coins from around the world. There are countless coins waiting to be discovered, each with its own story and potential. Always remember to check your pocket change, look through old collections, and stay curious. The next valuable coin might already be in your hands, waiting for someone with a keen eye to recognize its true worth.